guys, welcome to another Fandom Rant with Melissa. I've just watched the Walking Dead finale, and I was right! Daryl isn't dead! Yet. He didn't die from the supposed bullet wound to his head. Although, not really sure where he got shot. Looks like he got shot in the shoulder. We don't really find out that information. This is going to have spoilers, and if you hadn't figured it out already. So, watch the Walking Dead finale. Like everybody on the internet, I am very disappointed in you, Robert Kirkman and Scott Gimple. Very disappointed. What was the point of that? What's the point? It just feels like the Glenn Dumpster thing over and over again. We got our introduction to Negan, and then we decided we weren't going to show who's going to get killed, because why would we when we have nothing planned for Season 7? There you go. There's your opener for Season 7. Instead of thinking something good, like possibly showing the kingdom, showing Ezekiel's tiger maybe in the first scenes of Season 7, which would have been awesome to see the tiger then, because that's a really huge reveal. Nope, we're just going to stick with what we already did for Season 6. Wasn't a big fan of the episode. It was 90 minutes, and that was rather long for it. I don't think it needed to be 90 minutes because where were the extra footage, really? I am happy to report the survivor that we know for Negan. We know that one person survives, and it's the only person I care about in The Walking Dead. Carol! Yay! I win. Carol gets shot, but will survive and will not be Lucille'd. So, excellent. She is the winner of the Walking Dead cast member that will last till next season, for sure. So, go Carol. Go Carol. She's awesome. Happy to see Morgan actually go back a little bit on his whole I don't kill people thing in order to save Carol. That was a good story. Like that they came in contact with the people with armor on, which I assume is the kingdom, and I hope to see more of the kingdom, because I really like the kingdom in the comic. I like Ezekiel, and I think he's a really cool character. I like the whole idea of his society and how it's set up to be medieval, and having the knights and having him set up as the king. Very cool. So, happy to see more of that. Negan's performance. Jeffrey D. Morgan. I'm not feeling it. I'm really not feeling it. I didn't feel like he was Negan. It might change later on. Maybe it's the lack of the F word, but he didn't feel like Negan to me at all. He hardly swore. I think he said prick, and that might have been it. And about peeing their pants, but it's like, really? That's all we've got? I guess without the F word every 2 words, it's not going to feel like Negan. I feel like he doesn't even... Well, he kind of looks like Negan, but I don't like the facial hair, the stubble. I think that kind of puts me off thinking of him as Negan. When I pictured Negan, I've always pictured it as John Hamm. I knew John Hamm was not going to be Negan, but that's the kind of person I've always pictured him as. Someone with slick back hair, someone clean-shaven. Jeffrey Dean Morgan just doesn't look like that. I was actually taken back, because I haven't seen him in other things, taken back by his voice. It didn't really feel that sinister. I was expecting a sinister voice from Negan, and I just didn't feel it. It might change. I thought his monologue went on way, way too long. It was like nearly a half an hour. It's probably fine in the comic to do that long of a monologue because you're constantly turning the pages, but for me that whole section just felt really long. My partner was saying by now I would have just told him to beat me to death with the baseball bat. It's like, shut up already. You might have been better off, and I think if I was in that situation, I'd be like, get on with it already. We don't want to hear your monologue anymore. It was annoying me. Yeah. I don't know who he killed. I assume still my guess before, correct, of Glenn. I've heard rumors on the internet that it could be Carl, which I don't see how that's going to work with the comic storyline, because Carl is involved in quite a lot of the comic storyline for like the next 50-some issues, so good luck with that if you do decide to kill him off, because I don't see how you're going to write that. Especially the stuff with the Whispers, he's very integral, even the stuff with the Saviors coming up. he's kind of got to be there, so I don't see how that's going to happen. And as I said, the last one, if you don't kill Glenn, what incentive does Maggie have? Oh, by the way, I did not recognize Maggie. I saw, like, I actually saw a spoiler picture of them all lined up with the baseball bat, and I saw a person with short hair. I did not recognize that was Maggie at all. She looked really bad. She just did not look like herself at all, and I thought it was a boy, actually. So I'm not loving the new haircut on Maggie. I'm sure it'll be better once she has not so much sweat on her, and she's actually not looking a bit sick all the time. But yeah, I did not recognize her at all. I was like, who's this stranger? I don't know who they are, but it was Maggie. I feel there's more people as well in this lineup than there was in the comic. I remember there being Michonne and Heath. I don't think Eugene was there. Abraham was already dead, so he definitely wasn't there. Sasha doesn't exist. Daryl doesn't exist. Yeah, I think there was quite a few more people than there were. I think Aaron was there. I believe he was there. Yeah. So there was a lot less people in the original comic to actually choose from, but we did have Sophia then as well. So I was surprised not to see Enid go, because she has taken Sophia's place, so I was surprised not to see her in the lineup, actually. And I thought maybe she could possibly be going if she was in that lineup, because she's not a strong character, but it would influence a lot on Glenn, on Maggie, and on Carl, so that would have been a good choice. Yeah, I just don't see... Killing Abraham influences Sasha and Rosita, so that might be a good choice. He's also the soldier. He'd volunteer to do it. I don't think it's going to happen now, just the way it was set up. I think it's going to be Glenn or Daryl. You really got no other choices here. As I said, there's a rumor it's Carl, but I don't think so. I just really don't think so. I can't believe how passive Rick is in this as well. I don't remember him being this passive in the comic. He really is just in shock. And it's very strange seeing Rick this way, because usually when he's in shock like this, he usually snaps and attacks someone. So I'm a little bit confused why that's not happening, because the times I can remember it happening at the prison, and when Carl was attacked by those guys that tried to rape him, Rick reacted in a very similar way, and it was like, murder Rick out there and just get them. So that's not really happening this time, and it's very strange. I know comic Rick like plotted and stuff ahead of time to get rid of Negan, but I don't think the TV Rick seems that calculating or that intelligent, but we'll see. Hopefully he does develop that way. So those were my thoughts on the Walking Dead season finale. Not a great episode for me, unfortunately. I was saying the second half was very good compared to the first half of it, but I wasn't really into this episode. I just found it, like, really drawn out for no reason. The constant backing up, finding saviors, backing up, finding saviors, trying to go on the road to get Maggie to the hilltop. I feel there wasn't a lot of explaining why they were taking Maggie to the hilltop, other than she's sick. Is she having a miscarriage? What's happening? What's her pain level like? Enough explanation with also Daryl getting shot. What's going on there? I would have liked to have known how he got shot. Is he gonna live? That kind of thing. He looks like he's not bleeding out completely, so I felt that they skipped over a lot of things, and when you have a 90-minute finale, you shouldn't be skipping over those things and wasting time. We could have just had two routes where they ran to the saviors rather than the three or four different ones. So you drew it out just too far, and I think in the comic they only just ran into them the one time, and then that was it. So I don't see the need for it. I think they slept in the van or the RV, and then the saviors came attack them. So it could have made it a lot easier if you wanted it to. But I think they just drew it out because they knew they weren't gonna reveal till season 7, so they're like, let's waste time. Which seems to be what this season was about, especially the first half of it. Which is really sad, because I'd like The Walking Dead to be better than this, because it has good source material to work from, but unfortunately it can't be. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Tell me what you think in the comments. You might completely disagree with me. You might have really loved that there was a cliffhanger at the end of it, like Robert Kirkman apparently. But I think most people will not like that there was a cliffhanger and would have rather just known who had died, and then we can think about how that will impact the group over the summer. So I think it's a silly way of doing it, but that's what they've chosen to do. So if you want to hear more about my opinions on TV shows, you can subscribe to my channel below. I'm very close to 100 subscribers. I think I'm 6 off at this point. So if you could subscribe and share it with your friends, that'd be great. Try and get me to 100. I'm going to do a giveaway when I get to 100. So sooner I get to 100, sooner there's a giveaway. If you also want to like this video, just click the like button below and let me know that you like this kind of material on my channel. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Bye. Hi guys, Fangirling with Mel here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please subscribe and like down below. You can also comment on my videos and I'll get back to you. If you'd like to support me in my other social media endeavors, you can click on my Patreon and support my video making and writing. I've also got a Twitter and a Facebook below if you'd like to follow me on other social medias. The other thing you can do is buy my book, which is called Becoming Death. There's a little advert coming up after this bit of the video. It's on Amazon. It's about Grim Reapers. Becoming Death by Melissa Brown. It's awesome. You'll enjoy it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.